Once documents are ingested into Equitus Text Analytics, search queries can be configured to filter documents that meet specific criteria. To configure a search, navigate to the Search tab using the nav bar at the top. The first step in configuring a search is to select which document collections to consider. We can select one or more collections using the checkbox next to each collection. We can also enable the ability to select collections from other projects in the system if necessary. For this tutorial, we will select the main collection that we have placed the majority of our documents into. Once one or more collections have been selected, a new section becomes available where we can configure our query. For each parameter, there are various options including search facet selection, whether to include or exclude documents meeting the search criteria, as well as enabling, duplicating, or deleting a query parameter. Let's begin by covering the different search facets at our disposal. The easiest search to conduct is a text search that will return documents containing a defined keyword or phrase. For the text query parameter, we can either enter text to search for or choose from a dictionary within our project. To search for a single word, enter the word of interest into the input box. For example, we will search for the word Joe. When you click Search, any document from the chosen collection or collections that contain the word Joe will be outputted in the main panel. For each result, the search criteria will be highlighted in the returned document. Additionally, we can use the Results in Context tab to see specific examples in the document that met the search. We can also click the document itself to open the document view panel on the right-hand side. If we search for two words separated by a space, the output is not necessarily looking for a phrase. Rather, the system is looking for documents that contain both words in any position. To return documents where the words are used as a phrase, we need to wrap the search in quotes. With that being said, the text search can also accept Boolean searches, such as and wildcards, like an asterisk. We can also search for synonyms of a keyword in the documents. When using a dictionary as the basis for search, we must select a dictionary to be used, as well as a declared word list within the dictionary to consider values from. Dictionaries will be discussed in more advanced tutorials. Another search type that can be conducted is a search for an already identified text reference. To conduct a text reference search, we first configure the tag or entity type to search for, and then enter a keyword to find an instance of. For example, we can search for any documents that contain an instance of Donald Trump as the person tag type. The same search rules covered with the text search apply here as well, such as phrasing, Boolean searches, and wildcards. To further refine our search, we can add a context term. In this case, we could use Joe Biden as a context term, which means that any documents returned will mention the person tag instance of Donald Trump in the context of the text Joe Biden. When configuring a text reference search, we can use more than just a keyword. For example, if we are looking at the date-time tag type, we can conduct a search that looks at a defined time frame. Using this search type, we can quickly select a period or manually select a time frame. For example, we would configure a search that looks for any document that contains a date-time tag with a value between September 1st and October 1st, 2020. Similar to a date-time search with the date-time tag type, we could do a coordinate search with the location tag type or any other tag with a coordinate property. We can also create search queries around properties assigned to documents, such as document tags, or document properties like title and content type, as well as ingestion properties like time of ingestion. Additionally, we can do a document date-time search that will consider any temporal property assigned to a document, such as the time it was processed. For a given document, we can also do a similarity search to return documents based on a similarity threshold. Now that we have covered some of the search types that are available, let's create a multifaceted search. For the first query parameter, we will do a text reference search for an instance of the person tag of Joe Biden or Donald Trump in the context of the White House. To add a second query parameter, we simply click the Add button to open the dropdown to select a search type. For the second search, we will do a document property search for any PDF documents. We first need to choose which document property category to consider and then select the property within the category. Then we can enter a value to search for. After running the search, you will see we only have returned documents that meet both criteria. When creating a query parameter, we configure it to return or exclude documents that have met the specified criteria. By default, query parameters will be set to include, indicated by the green positive button at the top of the box. Using this button, we can toggle between include and exclude. In this case, we will choose to exclude from our search any document results that are in PDF format. Configured search queries can be saved and accessed at a later time using the Save button. You can access previously saved searches by navigating to the Saved tab of the left-hand panel. The top bar of the search results panel provides several bulk actions that can be executed on the filtered documents. This includes modifying returned documents, such as adding document tags, as well as options to copy documents into a new or existing collection, create a network, delete documents, or download copies of the documents. Additionally, we can cluster our search results using the Cluster Search Results button at the top. This will look for common topics within the returned documents that can be used for categorization. Once clusters have been returned, the search results can be further filtered by selecting an individual cluster. In our next video, we will learn how to use the Harvester feature inside Text Analytics to conduct ad hoc data acquisition.